Hi everybody, this is going to be my second review of my Hyke and Byke Zion two-person tent. I did a video about a week ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago, and I was taking a look at it and it was pretty rough. So I'm going to do this one a little bit more in depth, show you how I set it up, and I absolutely love this tent, and I don't think that my last video did it justice. All right, first thing I want to do is show you what comes in the stuff sack here. First thing is the ground cover, which is awesome. Actually comes with it. Got a separate bag for the one pole system. It's got a separate bag for the stakes and the guy lines. Got the rain fly. And then we got the tent itself. I like the fact that it all fits into that stuff sack pretty easy. That is not typically the case with those stuff sacks. Okay, first thing I did is I went ahead and staked out those three corners. This is a very cool thing that the company sends, Hyke and Byke. I don't know if it's proprietary to them or not. But this right here saves your hands. Just put the stake right in it, that little hole, and you can just push it down. What I'm going to do is just get this last one right here. I've already done those three. Put it through the hole there. Use this thing, save your hands, and it just pushes right in. Super, super simple. This is a great item, a great idea that they used. All right, next thing we're going to do here is put together the pole. This is a one pole system. Bear with me. It looks a little bit complicated, but it's super easy. It's one of the shock cord types of pole setups. Everything just kind of snaps into place. You don't have to figure out which pole goes where, which is a good thing for me, because I typically have hassles with that. Just want to make sure that everything's pushed in real tight. I love the fact that it's a one pole system. I really do. It's something that's just fantastic. You don't have to worry about losing poles. Think that you have everything that you need, and you don't. That's always a pain in the rear end. All right, next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to literally put this into the grommets that are on the ground sheet right there. Get that pole in place. Put it right in that grommet. Next one goes into this other grommet right here. They bend nice. There we go. I like this middle pole to be on the top. Here, I'll show you why here in just a second. It really does make it a lot easier to set up if you go ahead and stake down that ground pad first. First time I set it up, I didn't do that, and it took me a few extra minutes. That's also without instructions too, which is pretty good for somebody like me that struggles. The pole system is now completely set up. That's how easy the thing is. Now what we're going to do is get the tin out, which is all mesh, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Okay, I've done those three corners, but I want to show you what I'm talking about here. I just laid it out over the ground cover, and there's these holes, the grommets, and that's, I just lift the pole up from the ground cover, lift it up, and then put it through the tin hole, and then right back into that ground cover. And again, it's already staked out down there, so we're in good shape. Now it literally is just a matter of taking the tent itself, using these black clips, and snapping everything together. Super, super simple. I've seen some people actually put just the rain fly first, go ultralight. That's not really something I'm into, but I know a lot of people are, and this tent will accommodate that. For me, it's simplicity. That's what I'm looking for, and a great price. On my last review, which I know kind of sucked a little bit, I said it was a good price, but I didn't say how much I got it for. Got it on Amazon for 120 bucks. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, I'm joking, but I absolutely love this tent. Primarily because it's so stinking easy to put up. And it's light, and it only has one pole that you have to mess with. This is what I meant about going over the top on the, this is what's going to hold the rain fly open. I noticed before when I set it up, when I had it down below, this seemed to kind of stick through the rain fly. I'll show you that here in just a second. Just this. Put it on the other side. It's the same tab on both sides. This way, as you can see, it's actually bending down a little bit. If you have it just under the bottom and have it go out, it can actually stick into that rain fly a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. I kind of wish the rain fly had a pocket or something that would sit in, but hasn't been an issue so far. But I think that by putting it up on the top instead of down on the bottom like I did before, it bows down and it's not going to be sticking into the rain fly itself. So the tent is completely set up right now, and as you can see, the entire thing is mesh. It has a door right here, and it's got an identical door here in the back. I've got them shut right now. This is our first day of decent weather here in Northeast Ohio. It's going to get up to, I think, a whopping 65 or 70 degrees. So all the bugs are waking up, and I don't do bugs. I mean, at all. Don't do them. So this thing is completely meshed out. The only part that's not mesh is just the bathtub bottom here at the bottom, which you can see is really, really thick. Not thick, deep, that's what I'm trying to say. The material for the ground fly is the same as the material it seems for the bottom of the tent, which are both excellent. And when the weather gets nicer, I don't think I'm going to put the rain fly on at all. We'll be able to have just a beautiful view of the stars and all that kind of good stuff. Not even have to mess with it, and just great ventilation. So I'm going to get the rain fly out, and we're going to start putting that on. Okay, so far what I did is just throw the rain fly over it, literally, just toss it over. You want to make sure that the doors for the rain fly match up with the doors to the tent itself. And each of the corners have these buckles, little snaps, and just snap it right into it in all three corners. I'll show you here on this one. Pull it down. I like to put it into the one at the very bottom on the ground sheet. Both the ground sheet and the tent have those buckles on. All right, so I've got the rain sheet on it, so we're good to go there. what I'm going to do for now is just roll this thing up. Actually, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is show you that this thing has a lot of extra room. So let me go ahead and stake that in. And once I get that staked in, I'm going to show you the vestibule area. All right, so I went ahead and staked out the front and the back. Each of them have a vestibule area, which is really cool. I'm going to, after I do this, I'll do a walk around so you can actually see what I'm talking about on some of this stuff. I'm telling you, this thing right here is a lifesaver. You don't need a hammer. You just put it in there, you just push it right into the ground. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to open this thing up. Let's see, I think I'll do that side. And then all we do is just roll this thing up. It's got a little toggle here. Hold that. Get my big head out of the way. My bony butt out of the way, I should say. So now what we have is a great area for the vestibule. Actually, I'm going to pull this out a little bit more this way. Give us a little bit more room. And we are good to go. We just do the same identical thing over on the back of the tent. The last time I used it, I didn't use any of the guy lines. So I'm going to go ahead and get the guy lines set up right now, and then we'll put that together. Okay, we're good to go on the tie-offs. I actually made a mistake and used that as the tie-off. That is not the tie-off. The tie-offs are actually over here where those vents are. This right here is where you unzip it. And if you want to roll it up, then that's what that's for. Kind of learning as we go here. So that's what that toggle and that loop is for. And I'm just going to keep this out here for a little while so I can show you the inside of the tent a little bit better. This thing is just so sweet inside. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just pull this back so we can take a better look at the tent. First, I think I want to do is just a real quick walk around before we go inside. Okay, so we have the vestibule door on that side rolled up. That can actually go out a bit further. I'll fine tune this thing here in a bit. That's where I was trying to tie it off from, and that's not correct. The tie-offs are actually over here by that vent, which makes a whole lot of sense because when you pull that and pull that, that makes this opening even that much more secure and makes this Velcro bar here more secure. You can see all of that room in there. So I did the same thing over on this side. That's the other door. Got that just staked down. I'll keep that closed tonight. That's where I tried to tie it off. It's supposed to be tied off just like on the other side, right there and right there. And in that way it keeps this open with a whole lot of room for ventilation, a whole lot of room for ventilation under here as well. All right, let's take a look on the inside. That's the view. These zippers, by the way, they don't glow in the dark, but any light at all that hits it, they're super, super reflective. This can also roll back. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so bear with me. Anyway, if you roll it back, it has that same type of toggle and little loop right there to hold that. I'll do that here in just a second. So you can see the ventilation just, I know you're probably getting sick and tired of me saying the word ventilation, but I just can't stress how important that is. Got a pocket on each corner. Another pocket over here. That's the other door. Got this really cool little mesh pocket here up on the top. Or you could take that down and just use this hook that's up there to hang like a lantern or anything like that. I'm going to keep this as is for now, and I'll show you here in a little bit how why I do that. There's a little camp light that I got from Walmart. It's an Ozark Trail, has a like a red dimmer switch on it, so it will actually glow kind of a nice little amber throughout the night. Plenty of room in this thing. I'm gonna go get in. Shoes are a little muddy, so I'm not gonna put them down on the ground on the tent, but I'm 6'2". I've got another, I would say another foot, maybe more, past my feet. And see if I can turn this bad boy around. I'm laying down right now and my head is just barely touching. I probably have about 4 inches between me and where the mesh starts on that. It's a 2-man tent. For me, like I said in my other video, I think that a 2-man tent is really a 1-man tent with room for some gear, which is fine. I pretty much, I go solo anyway, so that works. I just like to have a little extra room. My editing skills just struggle, so I hope that I'm able to show you guys this. This is the pole right here, which holds the tent. So where my fingers are. And there's really no place that would slide into. Now, it is really thick nylon, plastic, or whatever, but I think over time that could be a potential issue. So I think what I'm going to do is probably put like a sock or a paper towel or something, because it doesn't bend down quite as much as I would like. But so far that's the only drawback, if that's even a drawback. I don't know, maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. because that metal, as you can see, is actually touching the fabric part of the tab. It's really not, it's not touching the tent at all, the rainfly I should say. But just to be safe, I may put something, even just a piece of paper towel right there. And really, you have the same thing going on over on this end. I don't know if you can see that up there. But that's the only downside so far that I see. Everything else is just awesome. Plenty of room. Plenty of places to put stuff. And then, of course, that vestibule out there is going to be perfect. I can put some stuff out there here in a little while. But I'll show you here after we're all set up with the rest of the good stuff. One more time from the outside. This is the bar that I was trying to show you from the inside. That goes across, that kind of holds everything up. But you can see it's reinforced pretty nicely. You may have to just do a little adjusting as well. Because that actually right there is touching the tent. But yes, you can actually see that right there. So I'm going to put something between that and the rain flood. So I just think that's going to cause problems over time. But other than that, we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off now and see you here in a bit. I just went ahead and laid out the guidelines. They also come with the tensioners already on them, which is awesome. But I like to go ahead and just lay these things out so I kind of know what I'm doing. But before I really get started on guidelines, because everybody knows how to put those on, I do want to show you one of the really cool features on this thing. I know it's not unique to this particular tent, but it's still a really cool feature. You can see this little a Velcro. I guess it's just some type of hard plastic or something, fairly flexible, but just sticks right on there for some added ventilation. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so if you guys would just bear with me here. So you can see that goes some nice ventilation right there. Once I pull the rain fly out, there's also some great ventilation, so I'll probably put it out about here, something like that. We have the same exact thing here over on the other side. Go ahead and open this bad boy up. There's just a ton of different configurations you can use here. This guy line, I'm not sure what these are called. The areas to tie off, I guess those are tie-offs. Different places to tie them off all around the tent. So depending upon what your circumstance is, you can tie it off in different locations. That's the back of the tent. Same thing, it's got this great zipper. The zipper is really easy to use. I love the overlap, I love the quality of this thing. Let's pull this zipper down. Down. And then it just overlaps here and is held together with some Velcro. We are expecting some rain tonight, so this is going to also be a good test of how waterproof this thing is. Had some great reviews, which, other than the price, is another reason that I decided to get this. So you can have the same type of vestibule in the back if you want. There's just almost an infinite number of different configurations you can do. So anyway, I'm gonna get started with the tie-offs here, and then I will show you what it all looks like when I'm done, and then we'll take a look inside. So a hack I'm going to use to protect the tent from that crossbar that I appear to be obsessing about. I'm gonna actually just use these bags, the one that the pegs came in, and the one that the ground cover came in, and I already did it to this one. I don't know if you can see. Just a little extra protection between that pole as it goes into the rain fly. I'm going to do the same thing over on that side. All right, that hack worked out perfect. It's nice and soft right there. Nothing's pushing out on the rain fly. And the same thing right here. I just used 2 of the 3 bags that that comes with it. So anyway, I'm going to shut this tent up here because, again, I don't do bugs even a little bit. I mean, not even a little bit. Hate them. And love this thing. So we're going to go ahead and set the sleeping pad up and all of that good stuff, and I will see you in a bit. Thanks a ton for watching this review of the tent. I really do appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting a thumbs up on that. If you would consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. This is a kind of an everyman's review. I'm kind of learning as I go on this thing, and would appreciate any comments, suggestions, anything like that. But again, very, very happy with this tent.
Good morning, everybody. This was the definitely the waterproof test for this tent. I'm sorry, I literally just woke up. I am completely dry. It's still raining a little bit out there. It started to come down pretty hardcore about, I want to say it was about 2:30 or 3, and the sound of that rain literally just knocked my rear end right out, and that was probably one of the best nights of sleep I've had for a long time. Anyway, so everything's really dry in the tent. No worries whatsoever. Got a little windy, but everything got tied down, no problem. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to let everybody know that the tent is completely waterproof. And here's that light I was telling you about that I used. That thing puts off a nice, just kind of nice warm glow inside the tent. I just have it sitting inside of the that mesh pocket. But anyway, everything was awesome, and thanks a lot for watching my video. I really appreciate it.